Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
If y'all don't mind, please bow your heads and join me in a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing us to gather here today to celebrate all the achievements of these seniors, including myself. Thank you for just giving us the freedom to still have the celebration in this time of crisis. And I want to ask you, Lord, to please be with these children, well, now young adults, as they're moving on in life, making bigger decisions, and just lead, guide, and direct them to stay in your faith. In Jesus Christ's name I pray, amen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hope Drake, and as this year's student body president, I would like to welcome you to the 2019-2020 commencement ceremony. My goal for this year was to help get the student body of Richland more involved within our school, as this year has come to an end in a way that no one expected. I have to say thank you to everyone who helped make this year the best. We were stripped of many activities and events, but as a class, we have stayed together and been there for each other. First and foremost, I would like to start by thanking my Heavenly Father. Without Him, I would not be where I am today, and for that, I am forever thankful. Philippians 4:13 says that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This verse always gives me the strength and encouragement to keep going and never give up. To my amazing parents and wonderful brothers, without y'all's love and support, I would not be the person I am today. I am so thankful that God blessed me with such awesome people like y'all that I get to call my people. Thank you for always sticking by my side, pushing me to do my best, never letting me give up, loving me no matter what, but most of all, for always believing in me. To my friends and family, you have been there with me through all the good and bad times, and I am so grateful to have wonderful people like y'all. Our memories so far will always hold a special place in my heart, and I cannot wait to go make more. To the underclassmen, as the class of 2020 sits here tonight, we have all been in your shoes, saying, I can't wait to be out of high school. Everyone tells you not to wish away your time because one of these days, even though you might not want to admit it, you will miss them. I wish you nothing but the best of luck. Life can change in the blink of an eye, so always give your all, do your best, and never give up on your dreams. To the faculty and staff of Richland Elementary, Middle, and High School, it all started with you. Your love, support, and encouragement over the past 13 years has not gone unnoticed. The friendships and bonds made will always hold a special place in our hearts. Thanks for always giving your all and never giving up on us. Special thanks to my Beck for preparing me for my educational journey. Love you forever and a day. Coach Landers and Coach Blair, thanks for always being understanding with all the crazy student council ideas that I threw at you. Coach Landers, for once, I will say your favorite words. Go Bulldogs. Well, Mississippi State, that is. Lastly, to the class of 2020. This is the day most of us have been waiting for since we entered kindergarten. Some of us were born during the trying times of 9/11, but we all ended our senior year in a worldwide pandemic known as COVID-19. For some of you, graduation is waiting to get out of school so that you can get on with your life. For some of us, graduation is the next step in our education. No matter which one you are, the diploma you receive today shows your hard work throughout your 13 years of school. As we leave here today, not only as high school graduates, we leave here as a family. This is not goodbye, just see you in the future. Class of 2020, our vision is now clear. We are officially out of here.
Good afternoon, administrators and teachers of Richland High School, dear parents and friends. I'm both honored and proud that I'm standing in front of you today, whereas just a couple years ago, I wouldn't have been able to make a speech even in front of a class. I want to thank Richland High School not just for the academic education I have received, but also for nurturing me to become a more mature, courageous, and independent person. For letting me be a part of the family it is, and lastly, making my dreams come true. I have spent 3 spectacular years here with each year better than the last, with such an abrupt ending. Nobody could have predicted what has happened this year, but I believe this is an example of the unpredictable nature of life. Sometimes our plans don't fit real life, and there isn't much we can do. As Mr. Bob said, this too shall pass. The best thing that can be done is to have faith and be perseverant. When I first got assigned a family in the exchange student program, I was overwhelmed to learn that the 1 year I was going to spend in the United States was in Linville, Tennessee. After all, at that point, I haven't even heard of Linville. But when a door closes in life, new ones open. And I realized that the city I haven't even heard of turned out to have the best host family and the school one could ask for. The important thing is not to get bogged down about one bad thing in life, but rather to get up and start walking towards accomplishing your dreams. My father always said, if you don't know what you're looking for, you won't understand when you find it. To be successful, we need to have a goal, a dream in life. We also need to know to work with a team. I wasn't good at teamwork when I first started high school. I would be working twice as hard and get a mediocre result in the end, whereas if I worked with a team, it would have been much easier and I have got a better result. I believe one of the best experiences I had in high school was being the president of the chemistry club, during which I have learned so much about management and teamwork. I want to thank to Mr. Bob, Aiden, and all the other officers for helping start up the chemistry club. One last thing I want to talk about is about a movie I watched recently, Back to the Future. In this movie, the main characters travel in time and make changes in the timeline. Accidental or not, these changes cause bigger, sometimes even catastrophic variations in their life. I believe this movie has a great message behind it. Your future is not pre-written. Where you were born or which school you went to does not define you and your future. Our actions are what change the progress of our lives. Every class we take, every grade we're awarded has an effect in the future. I have not realized this until recently, but this might have been one of the reasons between why I wasn't admitted to the college in my dreams. During my freshman year, I did not believe in the value of the grades. Perhaps I did not try hard enough, thinking being average was just okay. But when I look back, I regret not doing the best I could have done. Nevertheless, I have learned to be okay with my past decisions, and I'll look forward, but I pledge not to make the same mistakes again. I'm happy about the decisions I have made, and I try to live the life to the fullest. I try to have more days that I say I lived like today was my last day. As Nelson Mandela said, there is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you're capable of living. I believe every one of us graduating here today is capable of being extraordinarily successful and making a difference in the world. Don't let someone else talk you down from your dreams. Don't settle less than what you're capable of. I want to thank Cassandra and my fellow senior officers for their hard work to make our senior year memorable. I also want to thank again to my friends, administrators of Giles County Board of Education, and teachers, especially to Mr. Bob, Mr. Gillespie, Ms. Whitwell, and Coach Landers. I will miss all my friends and the good times I spent in this building. Dr. Brandy Butler is a 2001 graduate of Richland High School. After graduating from Richland, she attended Austin Peay State University for 1 year, then received an appointment to the United States Military Academy at West Point. She attended West Point for the next 4 years and graduated in 2006 with a degree in life sciences and was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the U.S. Army Medical Service Corps. Immediately following West Point, she attended medical school at Felix Edward Hubert School of Medicine at the Uniformed Services University of the Health Sciences in Bethesda, Maryland, at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. She graduated from medical school in 2010 and was then recommissioned as captain into the U.S. Army Medical Corps as a physician of obstetrics and gynecology. She completed a 4-year residency in OB/GYN at Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio, Texas. After completing her residency, she then practiced as a general obstetrician and gynecologist at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, for 5 years, where she was promoted to major and served as the chief to the Department of OBGYN. She was selected for a fellowship in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery at Vanderbilt University Medical Center, which she began last July. Following completion of her 3-year fellowship, Dr. Butler will return to Army medicine to practice pelvis reconstruction surgery. Dr. Butler's parents, Joan and Donna Butler, live in Brick Church, where she grew up, and her grandmother, Betty Sue Butler, lives in Milky Way.
Good evening. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak with you. Graduates, you have made it. You have faced the challenges of academics. You've been asked to think critically. You've been faced with social and societal pressures to look or act a certain way, all while trying to form friendships and relationships and deal with a family life or a home life you might not agree with or understand right now. But you survived. And by the looks of it, you thrived. You have been successful. Congratulations. The world is a strange place right now. And I'm sure some of you may be upset by the events going on around us every day. You may be confused or even afraid. It's normal to feel this way. I feel like that too. And I'm sure your friends and family also do. This might make it hard to appreciate your current success and achievements. We can come back to those feelings later, but right now, I want each of you to take a deep breath, look to your classmates beside you, and your friends and family in the stands. We're all here to celebrate you and your success. Enjoy your moment. Look inside yourself and acknowledge the 13 years of hard work you just completed. It is worthy of celebration. Take some time, even if it's just mentally, to reward or congratulate yourself for completing this major milestone in your life. You are worthy of praise and admiration for your accomplishments. Then, I want you to take this next opportunity to get ready to live your life. As a new graduate, it's time to open a new chapter in your life. Make sure you take some time to get to know the main character in your story, yourself. For many of you, you might be moving into your own place, starting a job, starting college, or even joining the military. These life transitions are a great time for self-reflection. You can really start to work on the tough questions, like, what do I value? What things in life are most important to me? Where do I want to be? And these are not easy questions to answer. As you grow into your own person, your answers might even change multiple times. It takes some of us years, even lifetimes, to figure these out. So be kind to yourself when you think about your future. Set the goals you want in life and get excited about those goals. But you also must make plans on how you are going to work to achieve them. It's no one else's dream to make your dreams come true. But you've already demonstrated that you have the grit to get through high school. So what's the next mountain you want to climb? You most definitely should be excited about the possibility to be a more genuine you, following your dreams and your goals. But don't let it make you anxious. Slow your thoughts and live your newly graduated life at a pace that works for you, focusing on working towards making your actions a reflection of your values. It certainly does not come easy in a world where we are constantly bombarded with the opinions of others in ways that previous generations never had to deal with. But don't give up or get discouraged. I want you to know that you may not always meet your goals the first time around, or sometimes the second, or sometimes the third. I have multiple goals in my life that I have not met. I used to think that meant I failed or I was a failure. It has taken me a long time to understand that just because I have not reached the goal does not mean I have failed. It just means I'm not there yet. And if I really want it, I just keep working towards it, even if it's at a snail's pace. And that is hard work, and sometimes lonely work. But we have the power to live our life and do our work truly connected to others rather than lonely. This is where the importance of the friendships that you have made come into play. I hope you all have at least one friend you can be honest with and share your goals with. Be genuine. Tell that friend when you're having a hard time, and tell them when you're having a great time. And when that friend is talking to you about their hard times or their great times, be there for them. You don't have to fix their problems, just listen and try to understand. Be someone to celebrate with, a shoulder to cry on if needed, or just someone who listens without judgment. The things in life that stress us out don't have as much power over us when we share them with others. It actually requires a lot of our energy to bottle up or hide our feelings from other people. Sometimes just saying our frustration out loud to someone else can redistribute that energy and send it to a place to be used positively to help you reach your goals. And if you don't have that friend now, I have good news. It is time to move on from this place and hopefully to a place where you can find that friend. A trusted family member also makes a great listener, so don't forget about your families. I encourage you to find someone you feel comfortable talking to, and don't forget about that person when the going gets tough. It's hard to reach out to other people and say you're having a rough time, but it is worth it. Despite being successful, I have a lot of bad days too, and I'm not always good at reaching out to my friends for support. In fact, some days, when I look like I have it together, I most certainly do not. I have days when I feel weak, some days when I feel worthless, and some days I think I might be a burden to someone else. But for all the time that I've spent worrying that my friends won't ever speak to me again if I say that I am stressed out one more time, I have never regretted picking up the phone or texting them and being honest about it. And they still talk to me, and nothing has changed about our friendship. And I leave those conversations feeling a lot better. And finally, back to those feelings I mentioned earlier, the ones about the current state of the nation and the world feeling more chaotic, confusing, or upsetting. When the graduation parties are over and the dust is starting to settle, diving into your feelings can really help us grow as people. And I'm not just talking about your feelings on current social issues. Exploring negative feelings makes us all pretty uncomfortable, but it is the discomfort that is a catalyst for growth and positive changes in your life. Think about the roots of the issues. Do you understand what the true root of the problem is? If you don't, educate yourself from a reliable source. Of note, there are a lot of reliable resources on the internet, but social media is generally not one of them. Then, figure out if you understand your own feelings. Are you angry about things? Or is your anger really fear, disappointment, or misunderstanding? Then, make a conscious decision to do what you feel is right and do something. Doing something is not always some grand gesture on a national level. It is as easy as being a good friend or neighbor, being able to consider the well-being of others as well as yourself, or voting for representation in the government that will help bring about the changes you feel are needed. I'd like to remember the words of the West Point Cadet Prayer. Make us to choose the harder right instead of the easier wrong, and never be content with a half-truth when the whole can be won. Class of 2020, I hope you find your whole truth. I hope you choose the harder right instead of the easier wrong. And I hope you find, or already have, the love and support you need to do so. Congratulations and best wishes to you all.
Hold on a second, Brittany. It's fine, sweetheart. Appreciate you. Thank you. Be careful. At this time, we would like to recognize Richland High School salutatorian, Brianna Sharber.
Good evening. Can all hear me? Okay. Good evening. I'm thankful we could all be here tonight to finally walk across this stage and receive our diplomas. First and foremost, I would like to thank my family who has always been there for me, supporting me and guiding me through every step of the way. They have always pushed me to do my best and helped me achieve my goals. I really would not be here without them. Secondly, I want to thank Ms. Locke for taking me under her wing 5 years ago. She let me be her library assistant at the beginning of my 8th grade year. We have been together every year now. Every study hall I get, I would be in the library with her. She also gave me the opportunity to be on our yearbook staff, which I've loved being a part of, and it was an honor to be editor of our yearbook this year. I will forever be grateful for everything Ms. Locke has done for me, and I'm definitely going to miss her. Next, I want to thank Coach Patterson and all the other coaches for letting me be part of our football family this year. It was one of the best experiences I've ever had. I can finally watch a football game with my dad and understand what I'm looking at. We can talk plays and call penalties before the refs even do, and he's only had to wait 17 years for that to happen. Even though I do not have time to individually thank all of my teachers, I want you all to know you've impacted my life in so many ways. I truly appreciate everything you all have done for me over these past 13 years. Here's to my friends, old and new. Some may come and go, but our memories will last forever. Some of us were together before we even started school, when we all took dance classes together at PPAC. We have a lifetime of moments that we've shared together. To my football friends, you all have given me some of the best memories, and you've made my senior year more fun than I could have ever imagined. People have always said high school will be the best years of our life and to make the most of it. However, I'm not convinced. I believe the best is yet to come. As Shel Silverstein wrote, there are no happy endings. Endings are the saddest part. So just give me a happy middle and a very happy start. And thank you, Richland, for giving me a very happy start. From Ecclesiastes, there's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. And this, Richland High School Class of 2020, is our time.
Now at this time, we would like to recognize our valedictorian, Lauren Gillespie.
We have finally made it to the unique class of 2020 graduation. Obviously, this is not the way we have envisioned the day students dream of for 12 years, along with having to pick only 8 people to celebrate this day with, but it will have to do. Losing the last third of our senior year to a virus is not what we had planned, but it's definitely an experience that will affect our lives forever and a memory we will never forget. Some of us lost our senior sports season. Some of us lost our final opportunities to become closer to the classmates we didn't know as well as we wanted to. Some of us lost the time we had left to spend with our favorite teachers before we graduated, but all of us lost the fun and closure that we were promised to have during our senior year. We have spent time fundraising and building up our excitement for senior prom, our senior picnic, awards day, and other priceless memories that we can only now imagine how they would have been. However, we cannot control the circumstances we are facing, and we can use this as a time to be thankful that the future will arrive and that the situation has shown how valuable everyone in society is. Whether we plan on going to college, trade school, the military, or straight to the workforce, there is no denying that society will gain something essential. Now, aside from the sad Corona talk, I would like to reflect on all the good times we have had and the teachers that have supported us through our years here. Our grade has had a bunch of ups and downs, but we have had a great 12 years together, and we have all managed to be here alongside each other to graduate. But we couldn't have made it through without the teachers that have made huge impacts on our lives. To Mr. Olson, thank you for allowing us to have fun while learning and not always making everything so stressful. We could always count on you to be there for us and make learning enjoyable. To Ms. Johnson, thank you for always being like our school mom and always giving us the best advice when needed and being there for us no matter what we were going through. To Mr. Bob, for challenging us and making our braids exceed our limits, yet still allowing us to have fun while trying to survive your classes. And I may be a little biased on this one, but to my dad, Mr. Gillespie, for being the best teacher I've ever had in and out of school, the one everyone looks up to, and for entertaining us with your crazy stories. And thank you to you and my mom for pushing me to be who I am today, because I couldn't have done this without y'all. We greatly appreciate all the teachers who have made this possible, and to everyone in the community that has supported the seniors through this difficult time. All the things we have been through makes us who we are, but the best part is that we are not done yet. We will continue to experience things and make memories that mold us to who we truly are and who we are meant to become. Here's to the class of 2020, and once again, thank you for all supporting us through this difficult time.
Now at this time, we would like to recognize graduates who have excelled representing Richland School, both in and outside of the classroom. Would the students who participated in Boys and Girls State this year please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Now we will recognize students for academic achievements and excellence. Students who scored 21 or above on the ACT, please stand. Thank you. Students who scored 30 or above on the ACT, please stand. Thank you. Students who belong to the top 10 of Richland High School's class of 2020, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. All students that have received some form of scholarship, please stand. Thank you. Students who received their Tennessee State FFA degree, please stand. Thank you. Students who received their Eagle Scout award, please stand. Thank you. Students who received their Girl Scout Gold Award, please stand. Thank you. Students who received their Tennessee All-State Sports Award, please stand. Thank you. Students who have joined or are joining the military, please stand. Thank you. Now our Assistant Principal, Scott Blair, will read the class roll for the presentation of degrees.
Laura Alyssa Abel. J. Jeffrey Allred. James Brennan Angus. Taylor Wade Archer. Matthew Cole Barnes. Mary Lee Mackenzie Beaver. Tristan Joseph Brown. Hunter Logan Bryant. Kanan Taylor Butler. Dylan Scott Carpenter. Parker Logan Castile. Turner Peyton Clark. Dustin Sean Clift. Michael Dylan Constant. Elizabeth Cherie Cordomanchi. Cherish Hope Courtney. Rebecca Michelle Davis. Julie Ann Dickey. Caitlin Elizabeth Douthit. Chloe Lane Downing. Hope Danielle Drake. Nevaeh Kate Earhart. Benjamin Nathan Estep. Christian Isaac Dole Farrell. Madeline McKenna Fiacato. Madison Lee Foster. Joseph Harden Fox. Benjamin McCaleb Gibson. Lauren Brianna Gillespie. Marilyn Abigail Glover. Amanda Joyce Henson. McKaylee Alexis Hinton. Carly Anna Holt. Marty Leanne Hood. Gloria Danielle Humphrey. Cayman Faith Hustrelid. Tyler Shane Johnson. Shelby Ray Jones. Lillian Marie Carnes. Chance Kenneth Kaiser. Serenity Star Kaiser. Josie Madison Kimbrough. Gracie Lynn King. Seth Robert King. Emin Tunch Kremloglo. Callaway Cruz Lewis. Edwin Grant Lovell. Colby Blake Lowe. Matthew Carson Mack. Killian Tyler David Malone. Emily Dalton McPeak. Cassandra Isabella Manessis. Elizabeth Carol Miller. Trevor Montgomery Mize. Olivia Leanna Moore. Destiny Paige Norton. Bethany Grace Oliver. Caleb Daniel Payne. Maggie Louise Perry. Aiden Thomas Phelps. Haley Brooke Pipkin. Lauren Elizabeth Price. Trinity Grace Pruitt. Adam Wayne Ray Jr. Emma Lindsay Riggin. Carson Lee Robinson. Brianna Hope Sharber. Hayden Durney Smith. Joseph Lynn Smith. Michaela Carlita Stanford. Katie Sierra Stevenson. Brandon Lee Tabor. Gabriella Lee Thomason. Michael Shane Thomason, Jr. Jacob Dylan Torgeson. Jonah Everly Townsend. Perry Lee Turner. Elise Eliana Watkins. Caitlin Inez Watson. Hannah Nicole White. Jason Dakota White. Lauren Abigail Woods. John Jace Urwich.
Would you please stand for the playing of an alma mater, please? Inman, if you would join us in the front, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class, the graduates of 2020. Parents, if you'll allow us to leave the stadium, please, before you exit your seats. If you'll allow us to get the graduates out of the stadium, please, before you leave your seats. Thank you.